Oh, look, it's done. Arcdroid. Princess Auto Pro Point 38 Plus. I got the pedal, the laser stylus, the X2, which I haven't figured out yet. But after 3 weeks of talking to them on the phone, which they were very patient with me, and emailing, we got it all figured out. But, and then I took this computer monitor stand, I clap it to there, just so I can move it if I need to over there to there. I built this holder for the remote, for the screen, and just with these little rubbers, squeeze in there nice and tight. And then piece of angle iron. And I just tack welded it. Just did a couple welds right there, top and bottom. And on this end, where the thumb drive goes in and all, I just use a little piece of 1-inch flat. Made it exactly right. I'm going to build a bigger table, possibly either a water table or a vented table, one of the two. But for right now, the garage doors are wide open. But you can see I cut out that failed one. When you do stuff like this, you have to start from the inside, do all the inside cuts, then do the border. Because I started doing that one, and I'm like, oh, why isn't it arcing over? And then I'm like, oh, because it's not touching. So in that one, I did all the inside cuts first, and then... Anywho, let me shut this lights off. Boom. DXF files work great on this thing. Looks a little evil there, but in the shadow, it's cute. I want to mention, there is a CNC port. I don't know where that wire is. I don't think it was in the box when I got this thing. But I did have a bag of these. And I just used an extension cord to go to that remote. But, you know, if you don't have those, but you still want to make it so you can unplug it all the time instead of hardwiring it in there, that's what you do. You go in here and you figure out which one is the trigger wires. This one sucked because it was blue at the trigger and gray, and then all of a sudden it turned black wires, and then this and that, and then, but when I took this, when I opened this up, it showed on the heart or the motherboard or whatever you want to call that big chip, it actually said CNC wires. So I just took a gamble and it worked. I just cut the wires, wired them in. I would maybe strip, instead of cutting them like I did, I would rather strip them, just kind of tee them into each wire. And then I just run it out through the side, which I think I'm going to change. I'm going to run it out through one of these. But this works good enough. But, let's say you don't have one of these. Pella. You could, I said you could, use this. Have this end on your plasma cutter, and this end on the arcdroid. Just put positive, negative, positive, negative, done. Quick connect. Another thing too, I've clamped this onto the table, but if this steel is brand new and clean, it will stop arcing partially through, and then you got to start all over again. So what I was thinking of doing is taking a clamp and some wires and drilling a hole with a self-tapper and build the ground on the table with one of those, what do you call that for welding? Or a magnet ground. Where's my magnet ground? Anywho, you get them from Amazon, they magnet onto there, and then you hook your clamp onto there. So you take this ground from the plasma, you hook it onto the table, and then the ground wire that you put onto the table that's there permanently onto the magnet. So then if also you have old steel that you want to use, just in case it doesn't ground through the table, the little magnet onto the piece that you're cutting.